In this video, we're going to take a look at updating WordPress plugins. As you can see on the left-hand menu here, next to plugins, we can see a one notification. That means we have one plugin that requires an update. We can also see under dashboard and updates, we have one update. So if we have one theme and one plugin that needs to be updated, then that will show us a two. So the first method of updating a plugin is through the WordPress dashboard. So if we go over to plugins and click, we can see the WordPress importer plugin needs an update from 0.6.4 to 0.7. So before updating any plugins, it's always good practice to take a backup. So refer to the backups video on how to do that. One of the options is to use this plugin here, and there are two other ways to take a backup also. So let's go ahead and update this plugin through WordPress. Okay, you can see that's updated now. Now it's important after updating a plugin to refresh the plugins page, just in case this plugin requires you to update the database or review new settings in the plugin. That can happen with plugins like redirection and WooCommerce quite often. If I go over to install plugins again to refresh this page, we don't see any notification at the top requiring us to do anything, so we're complete with that update. If you ever have a problem updating a plugin and after refreshing and trying again, you're still not able to update it, it's possible the install got corrupted. What you'll want to do is a manual update of that plugin. There are a couple of ways you can do this. The first is through File Manager inside your control panel, and the second is via FTP, both of which you should have available to you via your hosting company. This process will differ based on who you're hosting with, but I'm going to show you how to do it via the File Manager within SiteGround, and then using FTP, using a program called WinSCP. So the first thing we need to do a manual update of this plugin is go to wordpress.org and find this plugin so we can download a copy of the latest version. So we can take the name WordPress Importer and copy that. Then we'll go over to a new tab and we'll go to wordpress.org. We'll go to plugins. I'll search WordPress Importer. Now we can see, here's the WordPress importer. If I click on that, I can just check it's the correct one. Yes, 0.7, 0.7, so I know this is the correct copy, and I can download a copy of that plugin to my computer. Now I have that downloaded, I'm going to go over to my control panel in SiteGround. I'm going to look for File Manager. We'll click on File Manager. We'll go into the website root. We'll go into WP Content and Plugins. And the plugins are each in here as an individual folder. So if I go up one level, I can see themes, plugins, and other things that are installed. This is a different website to the one we're working on, just as an example, because I don't have a control panel available on that demo site. So we can hide the download notice at the bottom now. And we can go into plugins and we'll find WordPress Importer here. Now what we want to do is upload our new copy, delete this folder, and then we'll extract the new copy because the new copy is in a zip file. This is an actual extracted folder. Okay, so let's go to upload, choose a file. Here's the WordPress importer file. As you can see, it's a zip file. Open. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner here, complete. It's only a small plugin. Some plugins might take a little longer than that. Then we can click Go Back. And we can see WordPress importer 0.7 zip at the bottom there. So what we want to do, we want to delete the old copy. Right click, delete file. And then we want to right click on the new copy, right click, extract files. As you can see, all extracted, click close. Now if you don't see the folder straight away, probably just need to do a reload. Scroll back down, there it is, WordPress importer. So now we've updated this plugin. We can remove this zip file. It's no longer needed. It's good to keep everything tidy and not end up with a bunch of old plugin zip files in this folder. And now that plugin is updated. If you wanted, you would then go over to your dashboard and just check everything is up to date here by refreshing the plugins page again and checking for any notifications or instructions for you to follow next. Let's take a look at that process via FTP. I personally prefer a program called WinSCP for Windows users. However, FileZilla is a popular alternative. I've already opened WinSCP and connected to my server. And as you can see, here are all the files for my WordPress install. If I go into WP Content again, and plugins, you'll see WordPress importer down the bottom here. So what we want to do is the same process again, but this time using this FTP client instead. If I go over here, get my downloads folder, here's the file, the zip file that we want to use. So if I extract this on the computer, this is the only step that's a little different. Instead of extracting once it's uploaded, a lot of FTP programs won't allow you to extract a zip file. So we just extract on our computer first. There are the files. And then we can just overwrite by dragging and dropping. But if I drag and drop this here, I might accidentally put it inside itself or beneath it. So the trick to make sure you're overwriting it properly, I find easiest, is just to copy it and make sure you drop it into the plugins folder. That way we know it's going to overwrite. This dialog may ask you to confirm that you want to overwrite. Mine is set differently because I don't really need to confirm every time, but for other users that can be helpful to save you making any mistakes. So now that plugin is uploaded. It's overwritten the old copy. And if I go back to the dashboard, you would then just do a refresh. And again, make sure no notifications are showing at the top asking you to do anything, check settings, or update a database. That is pretty much everything there is to updating a plugin. If you run into any issues and you need to debug what's gone wrong, refer to the video on how to debug issues with your WordPress website.